Hi YouTube, I'm Becca. A friend of mine came to me about a problem that she was having, where a friend of hers basically started spreading bad rumors about her. There had been a situation where she invited two of her online friends over. One of them turned out to be really nice, and one of them turned out to be not so nice. The not so nice one, when he returned, started spreading rumors about them that were not nice, and that they started getting a lot of hate on Facebook, being told to kill themselves, really crappy things to send people, no matter, I don't care what you think they did. You don't have the right to tell someone that. I'm going to give you the advice that I gave her. When you have a situation where a friend has turned on you in some sense, there's a lot of hurt feelings. And even if you hadn't been very close to them, or whether you had, you might have yourself in this idea of, I don't even care. You hear a lot of people say that, where they're clearly emotionally charged, but they say that they don't care. There's something that hate and love have in common, and that they are both a form of caring. If you didn't care about whatever it is that you're saying you don't care about, then your response to that situation would be the same as if I asked you, what's your opinion on the development process of barley? Which for most of you is probably, I don't care at all. You can tell that that's obviously something you don't care about. Whatever it is that you really just do not care about. Think about a subject in school that just bores you to tears. And imagine your response to that, where you just really don't care. That's what not caring is like. Not caring is not being angry and loud and complaining about it, which you do have the right to do, but the first step is realizing that you do care. And realizing that you care is the first step. A lot of people have this kind of urge that they want to know what the person's saying about them. They want to ask them, what have you been saying about me? They want to ask other people what they're saying about me. Or in the case of my friend, she wanted to know what the rumors were that they were being spread around. I asked her what good would come of that, and she said probably not very much. And I said, the only thing that would accomplish is, one, you'd probably just be more pissed off, and two, that gives that friend of hers more power to affect her. And giving someone more power when you're already upset, which means that you are already caring, is not going to help anything. Just to block them. Ignore it. If it's on Tumblr, turn off and on, because that makes a lot of people go away. If they still send you messages, just delete them. Don't even read them if you can help. If you can stop yourself from reading them, just delete them before you even read them, because it's not going to do anything but make you upset. And it's not cowardly, it's not running away, it's not letting people walk all over you, because there's no reason to allow something negative in your life. There's no good that will come of it. I knew a lot of girls in my high school who, if something was said about them, they would have to go start a fight or start a conflict about it. The way that I always seem to handle things is like, if I don't hear about it, I don't care. If I hear about it, I'm not going to do anything about it, because it's not going to change anything. Starting a conflict with someone and getting angry and aggressive, or trying to fight back, or trying to think of a witty reply in return, rarely does any good at all. And it would be a more honorable thing if you're talking about defending yourself, or you're defending your honor and defending on who you are as a person. It would be more strong and more honorable to do nothing, and to just simply not care at all. To hear it, shrug your shoulders and say, they can say what they want, because people want a reaction from you. And not giving any reaction at all, not replying, not even reading them, not caring at all, not even like posting, don't post anything on Tumblr, your status saying, you know, I don't even care, because if you're making the effort to tell people that you don't care, that sounds more like you're trying to convince yourself from them, and also because of the effort you made. Again, it shows that you care, because it's upsetting you enough to make a point to try and defend yourself or try and validate yourself. If it's in person, it's a lot harder, because it can deal with a lot of people ganging up on you, especially people who have no idea what's going on. And in high school, that's especially hard, because a lot of people are very quick to listen to rumors and very quick to believe things without any proof, or believe things simply because people like conflict and people like drama. One of the ways to kind of help with that is to not believe rumors yourself. That's the kind of big thing I noticed in high school, that whether it was some just kind of false fact about humans' bodies, or, you know, sex or relationships or anything, a lot of people passed around a lot of information that was completely false and had no facts at all. And the same thing would go for what they would say about people. If someone says something, and usually it's so casual you could be hearing and spreading rumors and not even realize it. Someone says, hey, did you hear that this person dumped this person? That's a rumor. Whether it seems likely or not, it's still a rumor, and it's still being passed around, and you telling other people is still passing on rumors. That is someone's personal relationship, and that is between them and the other person, and that's how it should be, and spreading information around is really none of anyone's business. The same thing goes for passing around things about people with STDs, because one, those claims are very rarely true. Two, they have a very negative effect on the person. I don't care how bad you think that the person is, or how disgusting, or whatever you think of them, it's not doing anything good for you. I think that our time on this planet is a time where we should devote to trying to be the best person that we can be. Spreading around information that is harmful isn't doing anything good for you, and it's not doing any good for anyone else. It's just mean-spirited, even if you didn't think that it would hurt anyone in the first place. That is a rumor, and spreading around is not okay. It's really hard in high school to ignore rumors being spread about you, or to ignore rumors spread about someone that you might have a crush on or that you might be dating, and it's really hard to stop yourself from spreading rumors, especially because everyone else is doing it. And there's no real easy way to handle a particularly harmful rumor being spread about you. I see a pattern in people that they try to very aggressively fight the rumor. They try and, defend themselves. They try and make a point to prove why it couldn't be true. They make a big deal about telling everyone that it's not true. And in some ways, I can see that the energy behind that and why someone might want to do those things. But in the end, it also gives a lot of people, it just tells a lot of people how much it's bothering you, which makes them do it more. Because people who spread harmful rumors and get a kick from seeing someone in pain, trying to defend yourself, is only more entertainment for them. The best thing you can do is to not let it affect you. Just know that if other people are willing to say something about you, then they're not worth your time, because they're not interested in who you are. They're not interested in being nice to you. They're not interested in being your friend. Along those lines, if you have a friendship that tends to have a lot of problems, backstab you a lot, or they spread a lot of rumors about you and you guys kind of have an off and on friendship, it might be better to just stop being friends with that person altogether. As much as it might hurt to lose a friend, or to have to break off a really long friendship or a very caring friendship, I've found that the stress of losing a friend is always a lot less than the stress of having them bring negativity and harm into your life. Think about how bad it was last time you guys had a really bad fallout, and think about how it might be if you just never had to deal with them again. It's probably a lot less than dealing with that stress, and that can be a very difficult situation for a lot of people. But in the end, negativity, even if it's only some of the time, is not going to do you any good. And the benefits of that friendship rarely outweigh the negative. The same goes for relationships. He might not be that way all of the time, but I don't think that someone should be treating you poorly any of the time. And it's best, again, to remove negative people from your life. People who make you feel bad, people who make you feel unincluded, people who make you feel isolated or unappreciated or judged. Just cut those people out of your life. It does not have to be something that affects you. And the faster you can adapt that mindset, the happier life will be. So I hope that gave some of you some insight, and I'm going to go now. I'm Becca Smith, and I'm out. Peace.